What happens after we die? It's a question that has captivated humanity for millennia, a profound mystery that sits at the very core of our existence. From the grand pyramids of ancient Egypt to the quiet reverence of a modern funeral, cultures across the globe have woven intricate and fascinating tapestries of belief about the journey beyond this life. Today, we're embarking on an epic exploration of the afterlife, traversing continents and centuries to understand how ancient myths have shaped our modern perspectives. Let's begin our journey in ancient Egypt, a civilization utterly obsessed with what came next. For them, death wasn't an end, but a dangerous transition. The goal was to reach the field of reeds, a paradise much like the Egypt they knew, but without pain or hardship. To get there, the soul had to navigate the treacherous underworld, or duot, and face the ultimate judgment, the weighing of the heart. Imagine this, your heart on a scale balanced against the feather of Mat, the goddess of truth and justice. If your heart was heavy with misdeeds, it was devoured by the monstrous Amit, and your soul ceased to exist. But if it was light, you were granted eternal life. This belief drove the Egyptians to mummify their dead and build elaborate tombs filled with everything they need for the next world. From food to furniture and even magical spells from the Book of the Dead. It was a cosmic insurance policy, ensuring the body was preserved and the soul had a roadmap for its perilous journey. Now, let's journey north to the rugged lands of the Norse. The Vikings had a very different, more martial view of the afterlife. For the bravest warriors who died gloriously in battle, the Valkyries would descend to escort them to Valhalla, the majestic hall of the god Odin. There they would feast, drink, and fight all day, only to be resurrected each evening to do it all again, preparing for the final battle of Ragnarok. But what about everyone else? Those who died of sickness or old age went to the cold, misty realm of Helheim, ruled by the goddess Hel. It wasn't necessarily a place of punishment like the Christian hell, but more of a gloomy, shadowy existence. This dualistic view powerfully reflects Viking values. Glory in battle was the ultimate honor, securing a place among the gods, while a straw death was a far less glorious, though not entirely damnable, fate. Shifting our focus to ancient Greece, we find a more somber perspective. The Greeks believed most souls, regardless of their deeds in life, ended up in the gloomy, grey underworld of Hades. It was a shadowy, forgetful place where souls wandered as shades, mere echoes of their former selves. The great hero, Achilles, when visited by Odysseus in the underworld, famously said he'd rather be a poor farmer's servant on earth than a king among the dead. However, there were exceptions. The truly wicked were sent to Tartarus for eternal punishment, a deep abyss of torment. Conversely, heroes and the exceptionally virtuous could earn a place in the Elysian fields, a paradise of eternal spring and bliss. This system introduced a stronger moral dimension, where your actions in life could directly influence your eternal destiny, a concept that would become central to many later religions. These ancient beliefs haven't just disappeared. They've trickled down through history, shaping the major world religions we see today. Christianity, for example, developed the concepts of heaven and hell, eternal destinations based on faith and moral conduct. Heaven is often depicted as a paradise in God's presence, a place of ultimate peace and joy, echoing the idyllic Elysian fields. Hell, a place of eternal suffering and separation from God, shares conceptual roots with Tartarus. The idea of a final judgment, where souls are sorted, is a powerful theme we saw first in Egypt. It's a clear evolution from a physical heart on a scale to a more abstract judgment of one's soul and deeds. In the East, we find a completely different framework built around the concept of reincarnation. In Hinduism and Buddhism, the afterlife isn't a final destination, but part of a continuous cycle called samsara. Your actions in this life, your karma, determine the circumstances of your next birth. Good karma can lead to a better life as a human or even a demigod, while bad karma could result in being reborn as an animal or in a lower realm of suffering. The ultimate goal isn't to reach a heavenly paradise, but to escape the cycle of rebirth altogether. For Hindus, this is moksha, the liberation of the soul to unite with the ultimate reality, Brahman. For Buddhists, it's nirvana, the extinguishing of desire and suffering, achieving a state of profound peace. This cyclical view offers a continuous opportunity for spiritual growth and redemption, life after life. So, where do these ancient myths leave us in our modern, scientific world? It's fascinating to see how these core ideas persist, even if they've been reinterpreted. The concept of a spiritual energy that continues after the body dies is a common modern belief, echoing the ancient idea of a soul. Near-death experiences, where people report seeing a light or deceased relatives, are often interpreted through the lens of these age-old narratives of a journey to another realm. Even for those who don't follow a specific religion, the desire for our lives to have had meaning and for our consciousness to somehow endure is a powerful, universal human impulse. The language we use, resting in peace, crossing over, finding the light, is saturated with the imagery of our ancestors, from the Egyptian scales of justice to the Buddhist wheel of life. These diverse beliefs all attempt to answer the same fundamental human questions. Is there more to our existence than this brief time on earth? Is there a purpose to our suffering? And will we be reunited with those we've lost? The answers cultures have provided are as varied as humanity itself, yet they all point to a shared hope for continuity, justice, and a reality beyond the one we can see. They reveal our deepest fears, our highest aspirations, and our enduring need to find meaning in the great, silent mystery of death. These stories are not just relics of the past. They are living narratives that continue to comfort, guide, and inspire us as we each contemplate our own final journey. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through time and belief. If you found this exploration as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history and culture. Let me know in the comments which culture's view of the afterlife you find most compelling. Until next time, stay curious.